Thank you for joining us for this Thought for the Week. I'm sure you must have heard of the lorry driver who was driving through a town, and at every traffic light he would get out and with a big stick he would bash the side of his lorry. And then he would jump back in and he would drive to the next traffic light and repeat that same ritual. Now, a fellow following him was pretty confused as to what he was doing, so he stopped him and he asked him. Well, the driver said it's pretty simple actually. He says, I've a 2-ton lorry and I'm carrying actually 4 tons of canaries. That means I've got to keep 2 tons of them airborne. I wonder if sometimes you felt like that, keeping the troubles of your life moving to find peace. Maybe you feel that you too are carrying an extra ton of canaries this morning. It's sad to see somebody who's always trying to stir up his or her life to find contentment or peace. A bit like the big dog who saw the wee dog chasing his tail and said, "Why are you chasing your tail?" And the puppy said, "Well, I've mastered philosophy. I've solved many of the problems of the universe, but I've learned the best thing for a dog is happiness. And happiness is to be found in my tail. So I'm chasing it." The old dog said, "Son, I have too judged that happiness is a good thing for a dog, and that happiness is also to be found in my tail. But I've noticed that when I chase it, it keeps running away from me. But when I go about my business, it just comes after me." Is happiness something that can be got by chasing? Or is it a product of circumstance or surroundings? Is it money in the bank? Is it a diploma on the wall? Is it respect of family and friends? What would it take to make us all really happy? Well, in actual fact, Jesus turned our understanding of happiness upside down when he did say in that Mountain of the Olives, he said, "Happy are the poor, happy are the hungry, happy are those who weep." We may well say to him, "Come on." But in short, what he's saying is happiness is not found in wealth or power or pleasure or even a full stomach. Happiness comes from some other source. Listen, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I hope you're ready for it. Now, people would probably pay thousands for what I'm going to tell you, but here it is. There are in actual fact only 2 sources of happiness in this entire world. And one is a right relationship with God, and the other is a right relationship with other people. Everything else is extra. Sorry, did I say that was Miller's recipe for happiness? Forget it, strike it. Of course it's not. It's Jesus' recipe for happiness. Robert Fulghum, a favourite author of mine, tells the story of how he sat down beside a young girl in a Hong Kong airport. The girl's backpack bore scars and dirt of been very well travelled. But then he noticed the tears had begun to drip from her chin. He imagined it was some lost love or sorrow. Then she began to cry, and so it appeared she had run out of money. She had spent 2 days waiting in the airport with little to eat. She had too much pride to beg. Her plane was about to go, but tragedy of tragedies, she had lost her ticket. And she had been sitting in that one spot for about 3 hours. Fulghum and another couple managed to help her dry her tears. They offered to take her to lunch and look for some solution. So she stood up to go with them and then turned around and screamed. They thought something had happened to her, but no. It was her ticket. She had been sitting on it for 3 hours. The secret of a happy life is often right there. Maybe we're sitting on it and don't know it. When you go home, read it again. The Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5, the Beatitudes. Read it. Live it. It could change your life. Again, thank you for listening to me for this Thought for the Week, and God bless you and yours.